Greetings to you guys. This is going to be the 10th part of, and actually the last part of my Pokemon and I Adventure 2 Reliving the Crisis. I was going to say I can't believe it's over already, but, well, I don't know. I put a lot of work into this book, honestly. I put about, well, not including the lazy days. The lazy days don't count, but if you can't include the times I actually did work on it, took me a good 7 years. I remember throughout high school I was writing this thing in notebooks. I filled 3 of these things. Ugh. Yeah, I filled 3 wide rule notebooks completely with all this. And the final, if you can tell up top right here where I'm pointing, 429 pages, single spaced of 14 font. There are a couple of pictures here and there, but that doesn't really influence too much if you think about it. It's more like 427, but still, that's a lot of pages. It takes a lot of effort to write a book like that. One thing I've been meaning to ask you guys who have read this, there's a couple of things I want you guys to do. One thing is, I would love it if you guys stated the reason why you wanted to read this from the beginning. Because I don't know if it's because you are a Lati fan / Pokemon Hero fan. I don't know if you just like my channel and you just somehow stumbled upon this, or if someone told you to read it, or what. But I'm just very curious to know why you read this. Because I've noticed that there's people who subscribe to me that are Dragonite fans, but yet still read this. Unless they knew Dragonite was in this. Anyway. This is going to be the final, the last part, and this is 65 pages long, so that, therefore, it's not going to be put in one video. It's going to be put into 2, maybe 2. I said 3 the last time, but I think I can squeeze it into 2 if I shut up and stop talking. One moment. There it goes. So, thank you guys a lot, and remember, if you have any questions to me, too, if you have any questions to me about the, anything on the story or anything that's going to that happened before, after, or during, blah, 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 just ask away, and, maybe we'll make, a small video questions to the author section, or just have it in the next part or something. So, without further ado, let's get going with part 10, the result of a time adjustment. I was just so happy to see my big yellow buddy again, and with him mentioning something about the LSRT existing, it was enough to bring tears of joy to my eyes. Perhaps I really did accomplish my goal after all. Oh, Dragonite. Oh, it's just so great to see you again. It's great to see you too, Mike. But why are you acting as if you haven't seen me in months? You only saw me yesterday, buddy. Oh, you have no idea. Him and I stopped hugging. I have certainly learned my lesson. Oh? Well, what's that? Never walk in the park alone? No. Nothing related to the walk at all. I'm not going to complain about the stress, and not let my past events bother me. It certainly almost made me lose everything. Now, of course, that lesson also includes not letting the crisis of Alto Mare get to me, because the future for the Latis could be a lot worse, like them no longer living, or being captured by Team Rocket. You realize that on your walk? Wow. Now, when you say lose everything, do you mean hypothetically? Poor Dragonite wasn't getting the real scene behind the message. Although, how could he? He won't be able to remember the encounter we had during the last time travel experience. I decided just to give up on telling him the truth. Yes, I did. Ah, okay, I get it now. I smile at him. So, you ready to go home? The other members are at your house waiting for you. I can even give you a ride. He then bends forward to allow me to climb on his back. I really did wish to see all my old members again. That was like a dream come true, because I thought I had lost them all forever. I was going to say yes until I looked to the right of me. I saw that area forest where that temple Pokemon who helped me was staying. Seeing him can prove my point to Dragonite. Plus, I need to thank him for allowing me to time travel again. And, of course, apologize for dropping the hourglass in the ocean. Do I dare tell him I lost it? No, better be furious. Well, I guess honesty's the best policy, right? Actually, not quite yet, buddy. There's one thing I have to check first, and it's in those woods over there. I point to my right. Oh, okay. He stands back up straight. Can I go along with you? I smile again. I would love it if you did. Alright then, you lead the way, buddy. The two of us then walk towards the area of woods. The second we walked in there, I began to look for Dialga. I was hoping that he was still relaxing in there. This little forest is kind of peaceful looking. In fact, this entire park is peaceful looking. Now I know why you, Latias and Latios, come here so often. I wasn't really paying attention to him. Instead, I kept looking for Dialga. I kept searching for him for a while, probably 20 minutes or so. I kept walking and looking in all directions with Dragonite trailing behind me. The only things that I found were different ways out of the woods. And when I found one, I turned around and tried again. Eventually, I found the way back to the field, which was the place where I entered. I was pretty much calling it quits at this point. Dialga must have moved out at last. I guess he's not in there. What exactly were you looking for? I was looking to see if Dialga was in those woods. What? You mean the Pokemon that keeps track of time? Yeah. Well, no offense, buddy, but I think that sounds a little silly if you ask me. I heard from a legend that Dialga lives in a tower of time on a faraway land. This park doesn't sound like it matches the legend. What convinced you to think that Dialga was here? There goes my chance for showing the truth. I came up with a lie instead to cover it up. Instead should not be in there twice. That's very unprofessional. So pretend that this... Actually, no, I'm using my thumb to cover the screen. Yeah, so that works. Pretend that this does not exist. I came up with a lie to... Instead... No. Actually, no, get rid of this. This one you need to get rid of. I came up with a lie to cover it up instead. Okay, better. No, wait, I didn't want to turn the page. Okay, there we go. A rumor I heard while I was talking said it'd be in here. I guess it wasn't true. Yeah, some Pokemon can tell some crazy stories sometimes. That's the last time I listened to a Burmy. So, are you ready to head back home? Yeah, pretty much all set here. We can go. Okay then, just get on my back and we can fly away. He bends forward and I climb on top of his back. I then get positioned for takeoff. Ready, buddy? Alright, away we go! I grew a large smile as we were starting to fly. It was a great feeling to be with one of my best friends again. And in my present lifetime, too. I can only hope that my life is truly back to normal and all of my members are back home, just like Dragonite said. I know he wouldn't lie to me. But his thought of all members could be different than mine. I'm praying with all my might that my buddies... I'm praying that it's all my buddies from before the whole adventure. I'm praying. Let me clear my throat. We arrived in my neighborhood in no time at all. I took a good look at my house when it started to come into my view. I saw quite a few Pokemon in the front yard, on the street in front of it, and all of them I recognized, which made me feel really good inside. The crowd of Pokemon saw Dragonite and I arrive and watched as we landed on the ground. As I got off of Dragonite, I noticed Latias approached me. Oh, there you are, Mike. You've been gone for so long. My brother and I were starting to get worried about you. I felt so happy to see Latias and Latios, who came up to me and greeted me with smiles. What made this scene even better is that I could see my house and my other Pokemon companions in the background. Hi there, Latias. It's good to see you again. And you too, Latios. I give them both a quick and gentle hug. Same to you, Mike. It's always good to see you. Now, what on earth were you doing at Great Book Farms for over 3 hours? To me, it wasn't a good idea to try to explain the whole time-traveling thing, so instead I had to come up with a lie to say. Again. Oh, honestly, I was just walking on the trails thinking to myself. It turns out that walking in the park really is a good way to lose stress. I just completely lost track of time is all. Going for walks is a great way to calm down from stress. I just didn't expect you to be so long. After the 2.5 hour mark, I had Dragonite go check up on you. Who volunteered, I'll add. I would have called you myself, but you didn't take your Pokemon with you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, at least I'm safe. Yep, thank goodness for that. So, what's all the members here? Oh, we were just having a little get-together is all. Really? Yeah, it's a little gathering to show our thanks for this team and being a part of it. We know that you've been dealing with a lot of stress from the rescues, buddy. Well, it's not my fault if traders get so greedy. Yeah, that's true. I look at the group of Pokemon behind the Latias. It looked a little small to me. Why does it look like some members are missing? Well, that's because not all the members have arrived yet. They should be on their way, though. Ah, that explains it. Well, I think I will go over there and see my other buddies. I then walked over to the group of LSRT members, having them all say hello and greet me felt great. I started to feel more like I was home. Hey there, team! How's everybody doing? The members all responded with positive self-explanations, except for one certain Firebird. Decided to go on a little vacation, eh, Mike? You know, it wouldn't have been good for you if one of us had gotten into trouble. I look at him for a moment, and then the rest of the group. The other two legendary birds who were shaking their head, I see the other two legendary birds who were shaking their heads toward the comment. I saw Pidgeot and Linoon, followed by the team in No Evolution, and then Pidgeot and then Moltres. Wait, that didn't look right. It looked like I was seeing double. Wait, you have two Pidgeot on the team? The Pidgeot by Moltres starts to giggle and smile. Everyone else started to chuckle along with it. I grew a puzzled look while trying to figure out what was going on. Nope, we only have one. He then starts to laugh along with several others. I don't get it. What's going on? Suddenly the Pidgeot by Moltres turns white and the shape of it changes. It turns into a completely different Pokemon, which approached my face with a big smile. Surprise! I felt awfully silly all of a sudden. It was Mew transformed into a Pidgeot the whole time. Probably would have noticed it if it was her if I wasn't so nervous about the LSRT fully existing. Well, it was you this entire time. I should have known that. Oh, wait. Why does it say me twice? That should be Linoon talking. What the hell? I just fixed that. I honestly think the program's screwing up. So pretend Linoon says that. Hee, that was kind of funny. I can't believe you fell for it, Mike. Even I wouldn't fall for that. Now, ordinarily, I would probably snap at the comment of Bird, but instead I gave him a different sort of attitude. Well, Moltres, it's just good to know that all of you are here and not caught by trainers. I'm happy to hear you comment at me for once. Articuno and Zapdos both were shocked towards my reaction. Even Moltres himself didn't know how to respond. Well then. Excuse me, I don't know what's up with my throat. So how was that walk you took? It was good, very relaxing and calming. I definitely advise going to Great Brook Farm sometime if you haven't already. It's quite close to here, too. Oh, that does sound like fun. Yeah, we definitely should go there soon. Yeah, we should. Oh, that looks like the rest of the team coming our way. Great! I'm glad they can make it. Well, I'm sure they care about the team as much as we do. Everyone should take some time out of their lives to get together and appreciate what we have here. I couldn't have agreed more with Articuno's words. Yes, it's because of this team that we have our freedom and peace to go along with it. And boy, is that a great feeling. With that said, I walked out of the group and looked up as the three remaining members came down. There they were, Ho-Oh, Lugia, and Charizard. That appears to be all the members that were around before the whole adventure. It made me want to cry tears of joy again, but instead I held them back and greeted the three members with a smile and enthusiasm. Hello there, my three buddies. I'm glad to see that you could make it to the gathering. Well, considering that this gathering is as much importance, there's no reason not to go. It would be an insult to the entire team if we didn't. Yes. This is pretty much my thanks for saving me from capture multiple times. Yes, I agree. Even though I've never been in an emergency, I still feel like I should be thanking the team. Well, you have been on rescue missions to help other members, and I'm sure the others have their thanks to you gave me. Very true. We all should be thanking each other regardless of who did what. We are all part of this team, and we should show gratitude for being on it. I nodded, smile at their statements. Will there be any food? Charizard, Lugia, and I all look at Ho-Oh with awkward faces. Oh, sorry, I am grateful. It's just I'm a little hungry is all. To answer your question, Ho-Oh, there will be a buffet of berries later on during the gathering. My sister and I will go get the bunches of berries in a moment. Oh, wow, that sounds really good. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, Latios, why don't you give me some money to go get some gummies for everyone? That's nice of you, Mike. Everyone would love that. Although, why would we buy any gummies? I thought you had an enormous amount in your room. Oh yeah, I forgot entirely about my gummy business that I had. Yeah. You're right. Why don't I go get them while you get the berries? Shall we get the food now? It's almost noontime. Is everybody hungry? Well, I am. I could go for some berries. So do I. Oh, okay. I'll go get my sister and we'll be back in a moment. Alright, now we'll go get the gummies. I would love a red gummy. No, gold gummy, please. I'm in the mood for sky gummy, actually. Give me one of those. Okay, relax, you three. I'll get plenty of every kind so everyone can have their favorite. The three of them laugh along and agree. I was then up. Shut up. First, the other message. Okay, if it's not one message interrupting me, it's another. Then I was off to the back of the entrance of my house. While walking away from the party, the other members saw me doing so and asked the others where I was going. Ho-Oh, Lugia, and Charizard, and Dragonite all explained how the Latias and I were going to get berries and gummies for the buffet. It was only a matter of time before the entire team grew hungry. The minute that I walked through the door of my house, I was greeted by Growlithe. He sat in front of me and smiled at me with his tongue hanging out. Hello, Master. It's good to have you back home. How was your walk? I smiled at him. It was so nice to see the family pet back home where he belongs. And I apologize if I'm not doing the voices right, because I don't have the old videos anymore, so I don't know how exactly how all the voices go, so pardon me if I sound different. Alright. It was more proof that this present day was just like it was before. Realizing that, I could not help but kneel down and give him a pat on the head. It was good, thank you. There's a gathering with all the LSRT members outside. We're going to have a big buffet of food for everyone. I'm surprised that you aren't out there with the others. Well, that's because I'm not a member of your team. Well, that's no reason not to attend with the others. I say that you should go have some fun with the team. If anyone has any questions about it, talk with me, because I can bet that Moltres would probably say something. Oh, wow, thank you, Master. This is going to be fun. Wait, I look up to your team members and how they help each other. Being able to celebrate with them means a lot to me. And then get up and open the door for Growlithe. Go ahead and have some fun. Growlithe then runs out the door. I watch him until he runs around the corner, and then I close the door behind me. After that, I walk into the kitchen and see my mom making lunch, chicken soup to be exact. Hey, Mike, there you are. Where have you been all this morning? Oh, I went for a walk at Great Brook Farm for a while. A long while, actually. I didn't expect to be in God for 3 hours. Ah, okay. Now there's a lot of Pokemon on our front lawn, I noticed. Did you tell them all to come here? No, actually. Latios decided to have this gathering with all the team members and invited them all here while I was out. It's a meeting of team appreciation. That sure is interesting. All of your members are out there? Yep, every single one of them. Wow. Well, now lunch is almost ready. Do you want some? No, not right now. I need to go get some gummies for the buffet, and that the Latias and I are making for the members. I should get them now. All of them out there are starting to get hungry. All right, there'll be a portion for you if you want it later. At this point, I was walking through the kitchen towards the living room. I was hoping to get past my room with no more interruptions. However, when I passed by Hannah's room, I was halted yet again. Hey, Mike, wait a second. I was going to ignore him and keep going, but my body stopped anyway. Hannah came out of her room to stop next to me. Hey, did you see all those Pokemon out there? It looks like a party. It kinda is. All the team members of the LSRT are out there. They're having a gathering to show the team appreciation. Oh yeah, I remember that now. Latios told me about that after I asked him where you went. You went for a walk in the park that you like. Wait, you understood what Latios said? Yes, he used telepathy to talk others, remember? Oh, yeah, of course. No clue how I forgot about that. The adventure must be taking a toll on me. Well, I gotta get going. I need to get the gummies for the team members. Wait, one more thing before you go. Alright, just make it quick. Well, I thought that this would be important to you. I was thinking of starting a team like yours. I saw how much fun you were having being a leader of one, and I decided to follow your footsteps. Hearing this made me glow. I felt very happy all of a sudden. Oh, really? You want to be just like your big brother, eh? Yeah. I, I see that you do a lot for those legendary Pokemon and you help them be free. Doesn't that make you feel great? It does. It definitely does. Especially the feeling of trust that I get from the Pokemon. That makes the job worthwhile. Exactly. I want to be in that position too. I want to do something great for Pokemon and have those warm feelings too. I'm old enough. I am old enough to be a trainer, so I should be able to form a team. I don't see why not. I say go for it. Yeah, but I don't know how exactly to start it. Where am I going to find legendary Pokemon? Yeah, I had a head start with the legendary birds being with me before the team had even started. But remember this, my team isn't only for legendary Pokemon. Just look at Langoon and Pidgeot and the team in No Evolution. They aren't legends, so I think that you should start with a team of any kind of Pokemon that are willing to join you. And if you happen to run into a legendary Pokemon, great! It's just, it just takes one to start a team, and then it can expand from there. But how do I make my team members protected from the government like yours? That was a good question, and it stumped me for a brief moment. But soon I remembered what I tried to do for Ho-Oh in the new future, and I quickly came up with a solution. Well, instead of going through all of that government nonsense, why don't you just do this? I say you catch the Pokemon that wants to join your team, and then send them out without ever returning them. That way they can never be caught again due to technical ownership terms. That's what I did for Growlithe because he didn't join the team. What? Growlithe is caught by you? I never knew that. I thought he was just wild. That's because him and I kept that a secret. Well, up until now, that is. He's just as free as wild Pokemon in addition and cannot be caught. Wow, that's right. You can't catch a previously caught Pokemon unless they're released first. I never would have thought of that. Exactly. It works for Growlithe, and it can work for you and your team too. Just don't mention this to my members, please. I really don't want Ho-Oh thinking I'm a traitor or Moltres to comment me, because I know that Firebird will. I won't tell, but I will use that idea. It really does help. Now I just need to figure out how to get Pokemon to trust me. That'll be very hard. I can't talk to Pokemon like you can. True, but I think Latios can help you with that. Since he is the official creator of the LSRT, a lot of people and Pokemon may know about him. Plus, the fact that he never lies would make others trust him more. Him and I can give you that jumpstart you need. Thanks. I can also ask Growlithe to join your team too. He pretty much listens to everything I say, so if I tell him to join, he most likely will. Oh, wow, that would be great! Oh, thanks so much for offering to help me. I hope to have a team as big as yours someday. I smiled at that. We'll see. Hey, Hannah, where are you? Your lunch is getting cold. Oh, I gotta get going. Yeah, so do I. Those team members will be demanding gummies soon. See you later. Bye. But then the two of us walked away from each other in opposite directions. I quickly ran up the stairs to make it to my room. As soon as I got in it, I stepped and looked around. It felt great to see this room again. I look at my dresser and see the picture frame that caught my eye. I walk up to it and pick it up and look at it. I did not see that army formation of my first 5 Pokemon friends. Instead, I saw that first picture that was originally there before the whole adventure. Yeah, Latias, Latios, and I smiling in front of my house. This picture makes me feel so great inside, especially seeing Lati's smiles. By looking into into the memory in this frame, I knew that I was home at last. After I was done looking at the picture, I put it back on the dresser where it belonged. I think to myself about the other picture that was there in the change future, and for some reason I felt like I wanted it. Not the lifestyle it represented, just the picture itself to remind myself of the adventure. Sure, it was a long, stressful, and painful adventure, and it certainly was a test of endurance, but for some odd reason I wanted that picture. I knew that it was impossible to get, though, so I just decided to pass up the desire on. The next thing I did was to open my closet door. Inside Inside over to the right side was where I put my gummies. I put them all in special bags, each sorted by type. Fairy types not included because this actually is supposed to take place in Gen 4. That's how old the story is. There mention anything about that specific type, and you shall be hit with Dragon Rush. Oh, the Dragon Knight really do that? Never mind. Maybe I'll just tweak to do it or something. Anyway, there were a lot of gummies in here. The bags themselves are pretty big. It looked like there could be over 200 of each kind of gummy. Forgot my stash was this big. I was just about to take some. Man, I am stuttering so bad today. I was just about to take some out of the bags, but some gummies. Oh my god, you focus. Last chance. I was just about to take some of the bag. Fail for the third time. I was just about to take some of the bags of gummies, but then I leaned forward. I felt a bulgy feeling in my pocket. That feeling was strong enough to distract me from what I was doing. I stood back upright and felt the pocket with my hand. By doing so, I remembered what was in there. I carefully take out the item and hold it in my hand. It was the red dagger once again. I just stare at the red blade for about a minute, thinking about how I used it in the past adventure. It helped me out many times and for many situations, some of which I could not accomplish without it. I smile. I almost felt like I should be thanking it for giving me its assistance. Now that the adventure is over, so was there really a need for it? I guess it isn't necessary to carry this around anymore. So what do I do with it? I didn't want to get rid of it, but I knew that others would question me if they found out I kept a dagger in my room. So I figured out that I could put it in my box of cherished items, which contained memorable items from my past, such as Growlithe's Pokeball. I dig deep in my closet, beyond the gummy stash, to find the box back there. I was happy to see it and the items inside. The Pokeball, the photos, the LSRT official certificate that makes it a real team. It was all there. I put the dagger right on top of it and put the box back in the closet. It's official. My life is fully back to the way it was. By saying that, you would be speaking the truth. That sudden voice in my head. I've heard it before. And quite recently, too. I knew who it was immediately. Dialga, that is your voice I hear, isn't it? Yes. I wanted to talk to you once more. I wanted to talk to you again, too, but you weren't at that forest I found you before. That's because I have returned to Temple Tower. As much as I like relaxing in that forest, I have to stay here to protect my home. Besides, I wanted the opportunity to talk to you alone. Oh, really? Why alone? Well, considering that I restored your life to before you ever time traveled, I don't want others to know what happened. Well, yet anyway. Wait, you restored my life back to normal? Yes. I completely restored and fixed the timeline from the day after the crisis until now. I made it so your life was pretty much the same. Pretty much the same? What's different about it? Well, remember that Latios came back to life because you fulfilled the prophecy? Yeah, I do. Before your first time travel, you knew that Latios came back, but you didn't know how. That means that someone else must have fulfilled the prophecy. Who was it? Who helped Latios? Well, it was Latios who did. However, something did not go right when he tried to follow the legend, and he ended up sacrificing himself. Also, by doing so, he replaced your friend in the jewel. Oh, my God, that's terrible. But because you fulfilled the prophecy right in the past instead of him, you saved both Latios and Ratiosu. That is one part of the past that I kept. I'm honestly glad I did. I'm happy that I helped with that moment. I will be honest with you, though. I could have restored your life back to normal without sending you back in time again. Huh? So what was the point in going back in time again? I got in some hard situations. Yes, I know. I let you go back in time again to let you fix things so you could get that heroic feeling when you succeeded. But I see now that it would have been better if I had fixed the problem in the first place. I honestly would have picked you fixing my life over time traveling. I would have liked that better. Yes. But on the bright side, you have saved Ratiosa from sacrifice. That would not have happened if I fixed things. Wow. So in a way it was worth going back in time, because I saved a life. And now I don't feel scared about the crisis anymore. I haven't been thinking about it at all, really, since I arrived back here. I'm just glad to be back home. Ugh, thanks for helping things, Dialga. I'll never forget about your help. I won't forget about you either, Mike. I felt a funny feeling in my heart. I had an idea of what it was trying to tell me. I need to tell Dialga the truth. Well, Dialga, let's see. There's something I need to tell you before you go. I just don't quite know how to say it. You're going to tell me that you dropped my hourglass in the ocean at Alto Mare, aren't you? My eyes widened and I suddenly grew nervous. You knew? Yes, I saw you drop it. I'm so sorry, Dialga. I tried to get the Eon Pokemon to search for it, but they couldn't find it. And it's fine, Mike. I know. The reason why they could not find it was because I teleported it back to me. I have it here right now. Oh. Whew. Okay, yeah. I'm so glad that you have it. I didn't want you to get mad. And I know I misplaced it several times, and, oops. I know you did. I was not concerned about others using it. If I thought that someone was going to use it, I would have teleported the hourglass to me before it was used. But you had this all planned out. Wow, I never would have thought. I had to plan it all out. Time is a fragile thing, and one small change can alter the entire future. You know from experience, sadly enough. The Dialga said he had the whole thing planned. But what about when I got stranded on that island, or when I was captured by Team Rocket? I wanted to ask him about that, because I was curious, but I figured that it would be rude if I did. Instead, I decided to ask him a different important question. Now, there's one last thing I wanted to ask you. Since you helped me out and got the LSRT back into my life, I wanted to ask you to join. Will you join the LSRT? After that came a long pause, and soon Dialga responded with the answer. Well, I'm going to have to say no, Mike. And it's because that I will not be able to contribute much to your team. I need to protect my Tower of Time from any conflict. Oh, well, that's okay. You can still join and be unprotected. Yeah, you can still be joined and protected. That's true, but I also don't want others bothering me. No offense to your members at all. I honestly find it better if I don't join. I'm sorry. I was bummed that Dialga said no, but I also felt like I accepted his decision too. That's okay, Dialga. I understand, I think. Well, either way, you don't have to join if you don't want to. I have a feeling that some of my members would have been asking you about what their future is like. Ah, so you do understand. As you know, I cannot do that, as that may alter the future. Well, it was nice to talk to you again, Dialga. Thanks again for your help. Will I ever see you again? Well, you just have to wait and see what the future brings. For now, Mike, I bid you farewell. Bye, Dialga. I suddenly snap out of the telepathic talking phase and see that I am back in my room. I thought for a brief moment about Dialga again. Well, who knows if I will ever see him again? Well, he does. I just wish he'd tell me. I did have a quick flashback of all the previous encounters I've had with Dialga. I just could not believe that I was able to see and experience the power of such a rare and incredible Pokemon. I truly will never forget him. I then realized what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm sure it wasn't talk to the Master of Time. I needed to get the gummies for the buffet, and before the team members were got impatient. I walk over to the closet to get the gummies. However, when I did, a green figure came out. Ta-da! I'm here! I grow completely startled and jump back a big step. I could feel my heart beat fast. Jeez! Don't startle me like that! Oh, sorry about that. I was in there since you came up here. I thought that you would find me in there. Well, sorry. I wasn't expecting a Celebi in my closet. That doesn't normally happen. Yeah, I noticed that. So, anyway, how are you? Oh, I'm fine, thank you. A better question would be, how are you doing? You did it! You got your own life back! Oh, I'm so glad you did. I'm so happy that I have it back, too. I almost fixed everything myself. Yes, you did have a little help from Dialga, but it still resulted in succeeding. You know that Dialga helped me? I sure do. Remember that I've been following you throughout your whole adventure? I have been since your first time you traveled through time. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, I don't know about you, Celebi, but I am all done time traveling. I hope I don't have to do that ever again. Yeah, it's definitely risky time traveling unless you're extremely careful and know what you're doing. Well, anyway, I have some good news. I finished my movie and it looks great. It even has a happy ending. I smiled to her. Yeah, thank goodness for that. Oh, I'm glad your movie was successful. Pardon me and my ability not to talk right today. Oh, I can't wait to show it to you and the others. That's if you want to see it. I know that your adventure was scary at times. That's true. It was harsh, but I guess it shouldn't bother me because it's all done and over with. I'm not letting the crisis get to me anymore. The Latias and my members are all here safe and sound right now, and that is the important thing. How true. All of your team members look really happy. I saw them all outside. There's a lot of them out there. Yep, sure is. Well, do you have room for one more? My eyes widened and my heart started to race again. I honestly couldn't believe my ears. But what? I want to join the LSRT. Oh, I would love to be a part of it. Could I join your team, please? She gives me a big smile to go along with it. I smile back out at her. How could I say no to Celebi? I love having the Pokemon I had already, and getting one more would make the team even better. I was so happy that she wanted to join. Well, yes, of course you can join. I'm honestly happy to see you for the second time, but now I get to see you even more. Oh, yippee! Oh, thanks a bunch, Mike. I'm glad to see you again, too. Hold my hand out to her. Welcome to the team, Celebi. She then shakes hands with me. Oh, glad to be a member. Thank you again. I bet the other members would like to meet you, too. Oh, I can't wait to surprise them. Although, they'd probably ask how we met. What'll I tell them? I can tell them how I met you in the past. Will they believe that? After they watch my movie, they will. My movie is very special. It even has a special power behind it. Well, what is that? Before she could respond, I heard a knock at my door. The two of us then look at it. Hello? Mike, are you in there? Uh-oh. That's Latias. She doesn't know that you joined, and I don't want to see you. I don't want her to see you yet. I want it to be a surprise. Oh, so what do we do? I'll try to get her to stay there while you teleport away. Okay. Give me a second. I'm not decent. Are you sure? I can sense another being with you. Who's in there? Oops. Looks like we'll have to tell her. I guess so. Oh, that's okay, Latias. You can come in. I then see the door open and she comes in. At first I saw a concerned look on her face, but soon the look changed into a shocked state when she saw me standing next to Celebi. Oh my! Is that who I think it is? Yep, Latias. I'd like to introduce you to our newest member, Celebi. Nice to meet you. Oh wow! I never knew that we had a new member. That's really neat. Well, she just joined only moments ago. Oh, I see. Well, it's nice to meet you too, Celebi. What made you want to join our team? Well, it looks like everyone on it is very happy and has a lot of fun. I would love to be able to share those great feelings with others. That's great. I'm happy to have you on too. I can't wait to tell the others about you. Oh, wait, no. Don't do that, Latias. We want to make it a surprise to everyone later at the buffet. I tried to keep it a surprise from you, but, well, yeah, you found it on your own. Oh, yeah, I see. Well, you better bring the gummies down. The other members are getting a little impatient. Need some help? Oh, I would love to help out, too. I don't mind if the others see me. I just want to give them their gummies. All right, then. Well, here, we'll take out the bags. I go into the closet again and take out the gummy bags that we needed. I knew that we didn't need certain types of gummies, like purple, black, or silver, because there weren't any Pokemon on my team whose favorites those. I take out some of the gummies out of the bags and I take some gummies out. What? Anything that has to do with gummies, I am failing. It's so bad to talk about it. I take some gummies out of the bags and put them in 3 other empty bags so they would be easier to carry. While transferring the gummies, I heard a voice talk in my head. I recognized that it was Latios' voice. Mike, if you can hear me, you need to come outside right now. This is urgent. I thought I should tell what he said to Latias and Celebi. Oh, Latios just told me to go outside because it's urgent. Could it be because I'm taking so long with the gummies? Maybe, but I have a feeling that it's something a little bit more important than that. We better get going then! I nod and agree. I pick up my pace, and soon we were heading to the front door with the gummies. As we approached the door, my mom called out to me. Hey, Mike, what's with all that commotion out there? I can hear them all from here. Don't worry, Mom, I'm taking care of it now. I then opened the front door and went outside with Latias and Selby still following behind. I see the large crowd of members on the road in the front lawn. Latios notices us and approaches the crowd and comes towards us. There you are, Mike. What are all them squawking about over there? Take a look for yourself. You should calm them down before the neighborhood complains. Yes, I'm on it. I drop the gummy bag and walk towards the crowd to see what's going on. Latios looks at his sister and then at Selby and he grows surprised. Hey, aren't you Selby? What are you doing here? Well, I'm here to join the team. Mike already agreed to it, so that means we're teammates. Oh, well, I welcome you to the team. Nobody else noticed Selby besides the Latias. Everyone was looking and talking loudly towards the front of the group. I managed to get myself around the group of members to at last find out what the commotion was about. I see in the front of the two disappearing team members, and I was shocked to see them again. Those two members were Salamence and Flygon. I didn't know why they came back all of a sudden. All I did know is that their appearance was upsetting most of the other members. I tried to get the crowd's attention. Hey, team, listen up! That didn't work. They didn't seem to hear me. I then tried screaming, "Hey!" as nonstop at the top of my lungs. One by one, the Pokémon quieted down and looked at me to see why I was acting like that. I stopped shouting as soon as the last member stopped talking. And now there was nothing but silence. It stared at me. And, so, Mike, what was that annoying scream? I wanted to yell at him, but instead I decided just to stick to the more important subject. So, what's going on? I noticed that Salamence and Flygon are back, but why is everyone so loud about it? They don't belong here. They shouldn't be allowed to join our get-together. They shouldn't even be on this team. Why do you say that? Mike is the one who recruited them. It is his decision. In this case, it shouldn't be. I agree with Molthus for once. I don't think that they deserve to be a part of this team. Why not? They didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, I agree. Well, it's because of the fact they didn't do anything. Yes, they never, not once, contributed to this team. Where were they all those times that I needed help from trainers? And me. I was in trouble once after these three dragons joined. I see what you mean. At least Dragonite has helped with the rescues. Well, I guess you guys have a point. I told you that it wasn't a good idea to take advantage of the benefits of the team. Well, I just wanted to be able to go places without worrying about being captured. See, they even admit they abused the team. So where were you two these past several months? And I don't think the answer is a special mission. It's not. Tell them the real reason, Salamence. Well, the reason why we left is so we could travel the world together. Wherever and whenever without a hassle of becoming caught. It has been my dream as a Bagon to fly around the world like that. We didn't think that you would approve of that, so that's why we lied. I have to admit it, Mike, that I knew about their trip. I didn't want to go because I wanted to stay here with the team. So that explains the whole thing. I'll be honest with you, though. Just because you're on this team doesn't mean that you're guaranteed protection from being caught. What? I thought we were. All of you are protected legally by the government, yes. And it is illegal to catch you, but you are not physically protected. Someone can still try to catch you if they wanted to. Ah, yes. So some trainers who throw a ball at us can catch us even though it's against the law. Oh, right. So we are protected legally, but not physically. That's why it wasn't a good idea to just leap to places without telling anyone about it. If you ever got into trouble, we might not have been able to help. Well, we have the communicators you gave us when we joined. So at least you would have been asked for help if you needed it. Yeah, the reason why we came back here is we got a message on our communicators from Latios saying there was a gathering to show appreciation of this team. We wanted to show that we were thankful for being on it by attending. Yes, we didn't mean to take advantage of the team. I let my dreams and wishes get the better of me. From now on, we'll stay here and help the team. See, team, you have to give these two some credit for showing that they are thankful for being protected. They stopped what they were doing to come here in order to attend. That's true. I guess they deserve one more chance. I guess that's all right. Yeah, let them stay. We should all treat them like our friends. Sure. One more chance couldn't hurt. So is everyone ready for the buffet? Everyone agreed that it was time to eat. No, wait a minute. Not right this second. What? There's just one more thing I have to show you guys. Everyone, don't turn around. I'll let you know when I'm ready. The members stand still anxiously while I walk into the back of the group. As I go over to the Latias and the new recruit, a pair of eyes glance over to me and notice what I was doing. Hey, isn't that Celebi? Dang it, Moltres! Everyone could not help but to look now. They were questioning if Celebi was really there, and as soon as they saw her, they knew the answer was true. Then everyone approached Celebi, and Celebi and I, while wondering why she was here. Everyone, I'd like you to introduce her to our newest member, Celebi. Hi there, everyone! Wow, you're really on our team now? That's great! I sure am. That means I'm your teammate, and happy to be part of it. There were many questions that were asked about the newest member, such as, why did you join, and how did you find out about us? She said that she figured out from the team from rumors and that she met me in the past, but she wouldn't tell how she met me until later. It would probably be during the movie that she wanted to show everyone. While the question and answer portion was going on, the Latias and I finished up organizing the berries and gummies on the tables that were taken out of the shed. At last, the berries and gummies were all separated neatly on the folding tables. Looking at them made me feel good because the Latias and I were doing something nice for the team. Okay, everybody, the buffet is now ready. You guys can eat whatever you want, but please be responsible. I thank you all for being part of the team. Now, let me take a drink first. All of the hungry members came over to the tables to get the berries and gummies they wanted. They were surprised to see how much food was there for everyone. Polo seemed to be the only one who took an oversized amount of food. He really meant it when he said he was hungry. I helped some shorter team members get what they wanted, like Linoon and the Team of No Evolution. Which, the Team of No Evolution is Charmander, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur, if I haven't mentioned it already. After everyone got the food they wanted, they split up into groups. The legendary birds, Ho-Oh, Lugia, were in one. Pidgeot, Linoon, Charizard, Growlithe, Salamence, and Flygon were in another. The Latias, the Team of No Evolution, Mew, and Celebi in another. And Dragonite was sitting alone away from everyone else. I couldn't help but to walk over to him to see why he was alone. As I approached him, he was going to eat a royal gummy. Right before he put the gummy in his mouth, he saw me walk next to him. He stopped eating and looked at me with an eyes-closed smile. Hi, buddy. Come sit next to me if you want. Why are you sitting over here all by yourself? I was waiting for you to come sit next to me. Oh, well, I'm not eating here. I have lunch waiting for me at my house. Oh, well, that's okay. Well, why don't you go join a group and sit down in it? I know you don't want to eat alone. You can come eat with us. Yeah, come on over, Dragonite. The other five nodded and greeted them and invite Dragonite to join them too. Oh, hey, thank you. I'll be right over. Dragonite then gathers his food and stands up. Thank you, Mike. You have a good lunch too. Thanks, buddy. He then goes over to the group and they make room for him. He sits down next to him with a smile. Before I got going to the house, I'd look at the groups again and see how happy everyone was. Who would have thought that all of these Pokemon would get along, even if they once didn't before? This scene made me feel great. It truly made me feel happy to be back home. I then walked towards the house, but before I walked, I passed by Latios to tell him something. Latios, could you just keep an eye on everything around here while I'm inside? Of course I can, Mike. Thanks, buddy. I knew that I could rely on a Pokemon that guarded an entire city to watch over the buffet. I had a feeling, though, that the rest of the buffet would go by smoothly, and the others could agree. I walked back inside my front door and started to go up the stairs while my mother called me. Hey, Mike, is that you? Yeah. Your lunch is here for you. Come get it while it's still warm. I will. I just need to get my Pokédex first before I can forget again. I then ran the rest of up the I then ran the rest of the way up the stairs and walked into my room. I found my Pokédex sitting on the table next to my bed. I grabbed it and put it into my pocket. I knew that later on I would have to give Selby one of the extra Pokédex from my closet and add her to the LSRT roster. I would most likely do that after the movie presentation. As I turn myself around to head for the door, my eye catches something different about my dresser. My attention was drawn, and now I was looking at two picture frames, with one that had the Latias and I, and the other one was the formation. This was the picture from the changed future. I thought it was just an illusion, but then I picked it up. This sure was the real thing. I put the picture back on the dresser. As I did, I noticed that there was a piece of paper underneath that had some print on it. I slide the paper out and look at it to read it. It said, "To Mike, I noticed that you wanted this to bring back memories of your friends, and this is my apology gift to you. Enjoy your old cherished life." I had an idea who sent this. It was most likely Dialga. I flipped the paper over and saw a very large print on the back. It looked like a footprint. Could this be Dialga's signature? That's what it looked like to me. I had to keep it if that was the case. Not only is it memorable, but it's also very rare. I don't know anyone else who has Dialga's footprint. I fold the paper up and put it in the same box with my other memorable items. I then fix the new picture frame and make it so it's on the opposite side of the other one. I like looking at the two frames together. I had to stop, though, because my lunch was still waiting for me downstairs. Luckily, the soup was being kept warm in the pot when I arrived. I grabbed the bowl of it and sat next to the window and Hannah. I looked outside and smiled again. Your team members look like they're having a good time out there. I continue to look out the window. Yeah, they do. I mean, that's not where I'm going to end it. Although, how much time am I into it? Like 45 minutes already? 52! Holy crap. Time flies. Well, I'll be very honest. I think this is where I'm going to have to go because the next part ahead is going to be the Selby's movie presentation, and that's actually going to take a while. That's actually going to take quite a bit. I thought I could fit that in here, but I guess not. So this is where I'm going to have to end it. So I apologize for me saying it's only going to be 2 parts, but apparently I lied. But either way, thank you for reading, and the other parts will not be very long. I promise. I'm just going to upload them and whatever. So if you have any questions on this story, as in like how long it took me to make it, I already told you. But like any questions to me about the book, whether it be why did I do it, blah blah blah, etc., or anything, just ask. I'm more than happy to tell you the answer. And comment your favorite part, comment your favorite character, anything. That's what the comment section is for. Remember, this is Team Lati Night Production, where we always accept your comments. Even High Dragon's comments. So, I will see you guys in video 2 of 3. Coming up next. See you there.